Good morning, world. Little Shane here. Yesterday, I told you I would talk about what it's like to date a Filipina or be in a relationship with a Filipina. Um, you, you're going to be wondering, is it better than dating a North American or white person or yada yada yada? Now, let's define better. Okay, it all depends on what you're into. Um, your characteristics. There are a lot of beautiful, wonderful North American and Canadian women. I've been in relationships with a few. We'll say I'm not gonna. I don't want to go into how many because uh, I was kind of a male slut. Anyway, so the differences. Well, let's start off with the sames. Okay, my wife Girlie has taught me that women are women, no matter where they're from, and there are a lot of similarities. Okay, for example, we were at I can't remember which store it was, but we were out and about, and Girlie saw some potted plants, right, and there are some flowers in them, and she said, "Hey, which one do you like? Do you like this orange one, or do you like this purple one, or something along that lines?" I said, "I really like the purple one." She said, "Well, we're getting this one." She picks up the opposite. And I'm like, "My God, that's every woman out there. Why are you asking me my opinion if you don't care? I don't need to be involved in the decision-making process. I don't need to feel to be important in this decision. Get the freaking flower that you want. Don't ask me." So I stopped giving my opinion. Whenever she says, "Do you like this one or this one?" I go, "You pick. I don't care." Because if my opinion isn't even going to be contemplated, or I'm done. Um, Other similarities is like the whole dragging you around shopping all the damn time, and um, just normal stuff. Really, there's a lot of similarities. Now, the differences. Um, Okay, now this is based on my experience. First of all, I do not want to see a lynch mob, either at my home or where I work. Okay, so this is my experiences based upon my relationships, based upon me. So again, no lynching me. Don't lynch me, right? Or if you must, don't hit the face. This is my money maker here. Don't touch that. As if. Anyway, the differences. Here's what you got to understand about dating a Filipina, or Filipinos in general. They're a very close knitted society. Okay, um, they'll throw a party because it's Tuesday. That's just the way they are. That could be the reason. Oh, it's Tuesday. Let's all get together. So there's that. But dating a Filipino woman per se, the things you got to get used to especially as a North American or American, is you have to give up these certain concepts. Me time. How if you're in a relationship with a North American person, the two of you might separate and do your own thing. Yeah, it doesn't happen when you're in a relationship with a Filipina. There is no me time. And I've got other Canadian men who are dating Filipinas that can back me up. So if you guys will watch this, put it in the comments. Yeah, there is no me time. There is no, like you can't go, "Oh, I'm going to go for a walk," and they go, "I'll come with you." And if you say, "No, no, 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 I don't want you to go with me, I want to be on my own," the moment you say that, they start to wonder, where is he going? What's he doing? Why does he want to be without me? Because to them, they don't want to go anywhere without you. So why are you trying to ditch them? So that was something I had to get used to, especially where I'm an only child. Right? I was used to having a lot of alone time. So if you can't adapt to that, don't pursue a Filipina. Okay. The other thing is they have a different relationship goal. Okay. A lot of North American women, if you start dating them, you can date them 2, 3, years and not even propose. Okay, I was with my ex for 13 years. We never got married. All right, we, for the most part, we were happy. Obviously, something went wrong and we had to separate. But I would say for a good 10 years we were getting along great. But the last 3 years were shaky and we had to separate. I won't go into that. There's no need to. But no, Filipinas, they don't want to be strung around for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. In general, there may be some didn't get away with that, but in generally, no. When they want to move on a relationship, fairly quickly. So that's another. I don't know if it's a pro or a con, but they generally want to know what's going on within the first 6 months to a year. Okay, and that's that. Okay, because they want a real commitment. Another difference is that they really care what their community thinks about them. Right? My wife is constantly worried about, if people are talking about her, what people will think, and and they're all like that. It's because the community forms like a status. If you have a new thing, or if you're just get a house, well then the first thing you want to do is they want to make sure everybody approves of that house, or approves of their job choices, or approves of their decisions, or and they get really generally worried about what others think of them. Again, that's a society issue, their society, and you got to get used to that. You can comfort, you can talk to them, you can say it doesn't matter, and but in the end, it still matters to them. That's not good, not bad. It's just it is what it is. Okay. So those are some of the differences there in that aspect. Another thing is they like to eat. Holy God! All right, they'll feed you. To put this in perspective, when I met Girlie, I was 270 pounds. At my, within a couple of years, I blew up to 350. So. It's because she'll say, "Oh, how many pieces of chicken do you want?" And I'll say, "I'll take 2," and she slaps down 3. Okay, and that's just the way they are. They don't just try to feed you; they just eat. We were sitting at the dinner table one time, me, Girlie, and a handful of Filipinos. We're all sitting around chatting, having a good time. I had made lasagna, garlic cheese bread, and I think a salad. And I was full, so I pushed my plate away. And so I'm so full. And one of them goes, "Yeah, me too." And then he takes another slab of lasagna. And so the girl goes, "Yeah, I'm stuffed." And she grabs another piece of lasagna and bread. And they're so tiny. And I'm looking around and go, why am I the biggest person here? They just don't stop. But I think it's because it's part of being social. Like I said, they love to be social. They are a very close-knit society. They don't, there is no way you can get out of that. Actually, I started getting out of that. I stopped going to Filipino parties about two years ago, maybe 3. And the reason is because they're speaking their language, and I'm kind of left out of the conversation. Now, that's not bad that they're speaking their home language. I mean, they're with Canadians and speaking English all day, every day. So when they get together, they want to be comfortable and speaking their own language. And so my wife, she would take me into the into the party, and she would find a guy that was a Canadian sitting on the couch, same situation as me, and she'd bring me over and sit me down. He's a Canadian. Oh, okay. You're a Canadian? And you'd be like, "Yeah, I'm a Canadian too." And then she just, boom, she's gone. She's talking to other the rest of the community, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this? I don't need a play date. What the?" Now I know you're probably thinking, why don't you learn Filipino? I've asked my wife to teach me Filipino, and so far that she hasn't even tried. And I don't know why. Maybe she's tired. Maybe we both don't get the same schedule. In the end, it doesn't matter. And people are wondering, well, why don't you teach yourself? I've tried. I just can't do it. I'm more of an audio person, and I need to interact to learn the language, I think. And then I had my friends, they'll say, well, why isn't she teaching you Filipino? And I say to them, I think I know why. I think that when she and I are out in public and she sees a handsome young Filipino man, she can flirt with him right in front of me, and I won't know. Say this is all in Filipino. She walks up, hello, you're so handsome. Why don't we get together sometime, maybe for coffee? And he's like, woman, are you crazy? That's your man over there. Oh yeah, but he's stupid. Hey, are you stupid, Shane? And she's asked me some Filipino, and I'm like, yeah. Oh God, girlie hates that joke. She hates it so much. Honey, I love you. Please don't hurt me tonight. But no, all in all, they also love to laugh. They laugh loud and often. So that's a plus if you're like me and you like to joke around. The main differences, though, I found is their view on family is very different. Right? I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying it's worse, but it's very different. They're, like I said, they're a very close community. Here in North America, we move out as fast as we can, usually, and your parents are living in one spot, you're living in another, and you pretty much live your own lives. See each other like Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Day, things like that. But you don't, a lot of times people aren't that close. Well, in the Philippines, it's not uncommon for 3 or 4 generations to sit down at the same table and eat. They live together, they're always together, and is that better? I don't know. It works for them. It's something that that I had to get used to with her and in the Filipino culture, but I don't regret or dislike the community. I love the Filipino community just as much as I love the North American community and the Native American community, because I'm Native American. I know I don't look it, but I am part Native and white, so I'm a member of both communities. So yeah, if you're okay with being very close to someone and having to, be accountable for your actions to someone all the time, then you will be just fine with a Filipino. If you can't handle that, if you can't handle the fact that you have to give up, certain things in your life, or at least reduce it, like you can't go off every weekend with your friends, okay, and your pals, and hang out all the time and leave her behind. You can't do that, right? That hurts their feelings, it upsets them, and they won't be happy, and they will leave you, right? And they'll be right to do so, right? You need to understand their culture before you get involved with them, or as you're getting involved with them. Okay, that's just an important thing you have to accept, right? Maybe some people are thinking, well, why don't they accept our culture? Well, they do in a lot of ways. Like my wife, she knows that I still enjoy teaching Kung Fu. So every Saturday I'm teaching Wing Chun Kung Fu to a handful of people. And I'm enjoying it, and she understands that, right? But if I want to go teach Wing Chun Kung Fu 7 nights a week and avoid being with the family, that would hurt her and upset her, right? Now, if that was my full-time job and I was home during the day, she'd accept that. That's another thing you can count on, is support. If you have a career and your career takes you away 60 hours, 70 hours a week, Filipinos will support that. They're fine with that. Now, are they gold diggers? Some. But in every culture we have gold diggers. But moreover, they just believe in hard work. They themselves. I mean, my wife, when she first came here, she was working out west in Alberta, and she was working for a hotel or a camp, and she'd be working 3 weeks straight, no time off. And then she'd get a week off, and then she'd work another 3 weeks straight, or sometimes 4 or 5 or 6 weeks straight. And she didn't complain, she didn't bitch about it, she just did it, right? Because they believe in the value of hard work. So they will support you in your career choices. So that's another good thing. I'm not saying that North American women won't, but I was in a relationship where I was working nights, and my ex didn't like the fact that I would sleep during the day. It would upset her. That was, I think, part of the reason why we started going downhill, because of my job. So, again, those are just my experiences. Fellas, any of my friends out there that are watching this that are dating a Filipina, if you want to put in the comments and back me up a little bit, I appreciate it, because I gotta feel like I'm hanging out here. Anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about, well, a personal thing about being legally blind here in Fredericton, and about the CNIB, and about programs that are open to me and closed to me that shouldn't be closed to me. I mean, the open stuff is great. But that'll be what I talk about tomorrow. Anyway, take care of yourselves and each other. I hope I didn't offend anybody too much. If so, leave that in the comments as well. Hit that like button, subscribe, share. That will really help me out. I'm a young channel, and I would love to, to grow this into something. But other than that, till tomorrow.